Hello, this is J. Lembach 1988 here with my first ever review on a DVD called Kampfer. And this is about a boy named Natsuro who one day wakes up to find himself in a girl's body, literally, both inside and out. And the stuffed animal is talking to him. And he decides to, well, he can't get out of it now, so he turns into a girl every time there's another kampfer around, and kampfer meaning in German, fighter girl. I don't know how it translates, but that's what it means. So, he has to go through life as a boy and as a girl. And his friend Sakura, who gave him the stuffed animal, was in love with her, so yeah. But later he finds out that the school council president is also a kampfer, and he knew that the librarian, who also turns into one, were in the library on the same day. But so the student president does a little modifying and registers Natsumo the girl in classes as well as him, so he has to live both sides of the spectrum, living as a girl and a guy, and learn to control how long he can transform into a girl, and learn how to interact on both ends. So, this DVD is made by TBS Animation and Sentai Filmworks, and the good things about it are the DVD itself. It's fairly good quality. If you like the harem genre, it's more of that for you, then you would want to purchase this. But given aside the development of the characters, which was okay, and there was no real backstory to it. They just told that it's like, oh, you're in a fight over people who came from different planets, who one side was a blue and the other a red planet, who fought, and mediators became the ones who controlled the war. And later finding out Sakura, the one he liked, was a mediator and liked girls, and controlled them to fight and destroy each other. So, yeah. Anyway, after all that, I took all my ratings and I added it all up, and I gave it a 6.25 out of 10. Enjoyable, okay. I gave that a lower score, but the character development I scored a little bit higher. And I subtracted the only negatives that I could find was that it's a girls' anime for me. But hey, if you're into that, go for it. And the only other negative, there were two other negatives that I found. One, that episode 12 was a story that happened later in life, and they give no distinction how long, because from the way that it ends, that he's older, mid-30s to 40s, because his daughter they have a daughter, and she's eternal, so yeah, she's a kampfer, so she's eternal pretty much. But because they're spirits, they can inhabit any body that they choose. But yeah, that has the bracelet in the contract. But anyway, but they give no mention of how long this takes place, and the story is being read by her to her daughter, and they're married and stuff, and it doesn't tell you anything about that. And it also is too short. So for me, that's kind of a cop-out in these film works, that I feel. If they're gonna make something like a fight anime or a harem anime, make them a little longer, and really make a story behind it. Not just a story within a story, because she reads a story to her daughter about and they're living in a winter town, it's Christmas or near Christmas, but that the mediators or the guardians take over their bodies. They're all girls. That is a group of girls, and then they wake up to find that the mediators or guardians take over their bodies and go wild. So, yeah. In my opinion, this is a fairly okay anime. I wish they would make it a little bit longer, but if you're into that stuff, fine. I would recommend buying it then, but if you're not, then you may not want to buy it. Anyway, this is my first review. Rate, comment, and tell me what I could do better, or if anything else. Leave comments on my site if you have your own YouTube channel. I know a couple people probably will. I'll get a couple comments probably. But if you have your own YouTube channel, please visit and rate and comment. This is JLambach1988. Oh. Another thing, if you're into reflections of anime, or you're into anime general, I would recommend checking out Shadow ACS for all his top 10s, and some of them are pretty good. I actually have to admit, some of those are pretty good. And I would also recommend checking out Glass Reflections for some of his animes reviews, and otherwise rate, comment, and tell me what I could do better. Thank you. This is JLambach1988, and I'll see you next time.